Hi, my name is James Gaudreau. I'm a musician here at USC. I'm also a improvisational stand-up comedian, and I'm part of the improv group. Spoiler alert! One of my huge influences was my parents, and that's mainly because they would drag me to every single wedding that they would play. They're 80s wedding singers / they played bars and clubs. Seeing the way that people would act around them and how happy music would make them was just a huge thing for me, so it always made me want to play music as well. Right now I'm focusing on trying to write the best melody and trying to come up with melodies that have never been come up before, even though that's actually impossible according to music theory, but just trying to come up with something new and make music that's very inspired by the 60s but also works for today's era. I just know that your brain is like a computer, and like the more stuff you put into it, the more it has to work with as like this little algorithmic creational computer that kind of puts things together at random and makes songs. So that's like a huge thing that keeps me going, is just wanting to see if there's anything new that can be created. Comedy is something I've been doing since I was like a little kid. I had an interesting childhood and there was a lot of stress, so one great way to cope with it was by just making light of the situation with my little brother. So I've always, I guess, kind of just looked at a classroom as my audience. Even during high school, I was just like the worst. And one of my friends, junior year, was like, if you don't join comedy club with me and start doing stand-up, then I'm gonna stop hanging out with you. Which obviously was a joke, but it was enough motivation to get me to join. I instantly started calming down in class because I had an outlet for that, and stand-up just instantly took off for me. It was something that I just always loved doing. And it seemed like the less I wrote for stand-up, the better I would do. It was something that I never really stopped doing. Music and comedy are both two entirely separate entities for me. Music is really just, it's more serious for me, and it's more sad or about love than it is about trying to joke. And comedy is entirely different. It totally is making light of a situation.
Blind and had no other idea what to do besides pick up a log and just hurl it. And I was right next to the rooster as a baby.
I feel freer doing comedy because it's all improvisational. I don't have to stick to any regimen like I would musically. However, I feel more comfortable doing music for the opposite reason, because I'm not free, but I can just play the song, you know what I mean? And then if I mess up, then I can do improv. Music is the preference for me, 100%. I've tried to use comedy and improv as the best way to like have a great stage presence, but music has always been the thing that I've wanted to do since I was like 6 years old. Heard my first Michael Jackson song, I was like, that's what I want to do. Right before I'm about to fall asleep, when your mind starts just racing with thoughts, is when I need to write a song, and so many times I'm just like, please fall asleep, and I'm just like, nope, I have to go write a song, and then I can fall asleep. And then also just like when you're sitting outside, there's no stars in Los Angeles, but if you're sitting outside in New Hampshire and you look up at the sky, that's like a huge influence. And just any beautiful nature scene, like if you look back in your life, there's the times when you like remember your friends and you remember all the things that are happy. It's just like times when you're reminiscing. That will be the ways that music